having a problem with finding a cash buyer? Are you having a problem where the cash buyer might see your assignment fee in states where you can't do double escrow and you're concerned about it? In this video, I'll show you how to secure yourself and how to build a solid relationship where the cash buyer doesn't even care if your assignment's fee is too big. Coming up. Just over the weekend, I ran into this problem and I was stumped, I was concerned, I was stressed. We have a property, it's in disposition, where meaning we are selling the property and to a cash buyer, to a cash investor. And there's actually two problems here, but I'll go into a little depth on both of those. So here's what happened. We have an assignment fee of our spreads are massive. They are $165,000 on our assignment fee. So that totally concerned me. I was thinking, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just say everything up front and just kind of wing it and see if it's gonna go whichever way? Or should I do a memorandum on it and protect myself, not to lose the deal, not for the cash buyer to circumvent me? But here's even better. I have a tip for you guys. I want to secure you guys. This is what I learned over the weekend of what you absolutely have to do to secure yourself. Whenever you're dispositioning a property that you have under agreement and you are trying to find a cash buyer and your spreads are massive, either they could be 50,000, 100, 200 and greater than that. So are you supposed to be concerned? Absolutely not. I'll show you what to do and the steps to take to build an amazing relationship for those cash buyers, whether of your assignment fee, it be small or big, to be friends and to build an amazing relationship of a lifetime. So that's all I'm about. Solid, great relationships. I ran into this problem and I was stumped. I did not know what to do or how to do it. So this is what helped me out and I'm gonna share with you guys. So whenever the cash buyer is saying, well, how much is your assignment fee? Tell them, hey, did the numbers make sense for you? Are you still gonna make a good ROI on it? Obviously, because we sell deeply discounted properties all the time. It's not a problem for them. So it's your strength of how much you negotiated with the seller. And if you and the seller are on the same page, it doesn't matter how much you're making on it. Good for you if you're making a lot. That's the whole point of the business. That's why we're in business, is to make the money. And so here's the tip. So you're talking to the cash buyer, the cash investor, and he's asking you, well, how much are you making on it? Tell him, hey, the price that we have the property listed at, does those number make sense for you? After your repairs, are you gonna get your ROI? And he's gonna say, of course. Then say, hey, why are we having this conversation? Just move on. And be polite, be nice about it. That's the whole thing. And don't be ignorant to him. Listen, hear him out, and answer in a very respectful way. So here's what also works, is sometimes they wanna move forward on it, but even though they're cash investors, they need a hard money loan. And hard money lenders sometimes only are willing to pay as long as you're making 10% or under. Well, on this property, our assignment fee is greater than 10%. Obviously, it's not gonna work. And so here is what you tell them. Say, okay, I understand you're on board, but your hard money lender's not on board. Give them a call. This business is all about relationships. If you guys didn't even know that, now you know. So call the hard money lender saying, hey, the guy who I called was Jeff. I was, Jeff, how's it going? He said, great. I'm like, hey, tell me a little more about what you do. And just happens to be, we grew up in the same town. And he started to tell me his story, and we built such an amazing relationship. And I said, Jeff, I understand you got to be at 10%, but why is that? And he's like, you know what, great question. That's just how we do it. I'm like, can I be the first one to get more than 10%? He's like, I see why not. I'm like, hey, Jeff, I don't want this to be our first and last deal. I want to build a relationship with you. I'm gonna bring you a lot of properties, resulting in you getting a good profit every time you do a hard money lend on it. And hey, I win because we sell the property. The cash buyer wins because his return on investment is great. So build a relationship, have a conversation with him, and always just go back to two things. Be polite and tell him, hey, you found this property. Who cares how much I'm making on it? Does it make sense for you? And if they say yes, say, hey, I'll send you the contract in 5 minutes via DocuSign. Just sign it, click here, and send them back. So another little trick is don't send them your assignment fee up front. Take as much earnest money as possible. On this deal, we have an earnest money of $20,000. Get some skin in the game. Get them a little bit in the game and tell them, hey, if you want to back out at the closing table, they will see how much money you're making, and they're like, whoa, you're making too much. I think I gotta go back and renegotiate. You're like, hey, I understand where you're coming from. You have two options. Either you close on it as you said you would, or we're taking the $20,000, the non-refundable, and we're gonna sell it back to our other 16 cash buyers, backup buyers. So selling a deeply discounted property should never be a problem. And when you run into a problem like this where people just want to Jew you out, don't let that happen to you. So hope that helps, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.